All right, team, just wanted to do a quick video. Last week we had a bit of a problem with 288 where we weren't able to get the PRAM to load during a call. Some of that was operator error on our part, and some of it was the machine malfunctioning. But I want you guys to be able to problem solve this a little better than we did. What we ended up doing was actually just bringing in a whole other ambulance, loading the patient in another ambulance, and leaving that way because we could not problem solve it ourselves. So to avoid you guys having to do that, I wanted to review this situation with you. Basically what happened when we brought the PRAM out is we went ahead and had the yellow flashing like normal. We loaded in the PRAM. One of the things that we've had to do with 288, just so you know, is to get the suspension to work properly, this thing is a little higher than it really should be. So you're going to have to be in the habit of lifting that up. Also, severe angles, which is one of the situations we had, can cause a problem. The situation we were having, if you look up under here, when you bring the wheels up, the first thing that should happen is those arms right there should come up. That was not happening for us. Those arms were not coming up. Basically, just the wheels were coming up. So we were in a situation where we were having to hold the PRAM, and then we were not able to slide it forward even once we got the wheels up because those arms were not coming up. We ended up several times actually taking the whole thing off and turning the machine on and off. You can use the power button to power cycle it by pushing this button right here. That did not resolve the problem. So in the end, we basically gave up and used another ambulance. What we should have done is gone to the manual loading option. So I'm going to show that to you real fast, just so you know what to do if you're facing the same situation. You're going to need to bring the PRAM away from the ambulance. Then you're going to want to take this unit here. Even if it's dead, it doesn't really matter. So whether you have no lights, faulty lights, the thing's not working, you should be able to manually load the PRAM, but here's the procedure. You actually have to bring these horns up, and you're going to have to drive this all the way to the front. Drive it all the way to the front, then push the arms down. Now you'll actually be able to manually load the PRAM similar to how you would have with the or the older style PRAM or just the power PRAM. So you're still going to bring your PRAM in like we used to, bring it up here. There's still a little catch bar here that you can use to catch the little bar. There's still a little yellow hook. Then you can take the PRAM, lift it up manually, go ahead and retract the wheels all the way up. And then you can drive the PRAM all the way forward. When it gets into its far forward position, you should still be able to lock in place. At that point, then you can take the patient down to the hospital. When you go to leave the hospital, or when you get down to the hospital, it'll actually, because we loaded it in manual mode, it will come out in manual mode as well. So instead of like normal, when you push this down and pull this out, it will not slide out like a drawer this time. You will need to be ready to take the weight because you loaded it in manual mode. So be in position to go ahead and take that weight like you used to, bring it on out. The hook should still be able to catch, and then you can just hit the plus button to bring your wheels down, come back up here, lift the bar, and bring it all the way out. So that's what we should have done that day instead of getting another ambulance in place. To get it back to where power mode's working, let's say that you seem to resolve the situation, the unit's reset for whatever reason, and now it's working better, or if you want to try it again when you get back out of the hospital, what you'll need to do is go ahead and bring this piece all the way back out again. To do that, you're going to need to lift this up and push this down. That will release it so it slides on its track again. Bring it all the way out. Arms back to their lowered position. And then you can load this in like normal. Green light kicks on, then you can advance it forward. One thing to note, if for any reason, I've seen this several times now on calls, fire pulls the PRAM out prematurely before making sure these arms are all the way down. Sometimes you'll come out and find the arms still up in this position instead of down here. To correct that, you can just push the down arrow. Sometimes that'll get it to go down. Other times you may end up having to push this large button. This is basically a hydraulic release button. So if you push that button and push down physically on the arms, you should be able to get those in that lowered position again. Hope this helps you guys not do the same thing we did, learn from my mistakes. Good luck out there.